Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. I know I've been gone for a week-ish, but I was on vacation and I did have some videos that were supposed to go up, but obviously I don't know how to do that. So, anywho, today I'm going to talk about this kit, Modelones Dip Powder Starter Kit. I was sent this to review. I do have a little bit of background with some dip systems, so they asked me to do this and test their product and see what I thought of it. At first, I was a little skeptical because it's just a little more involved than what I'm used to with the other systems that I used, but it actually turned out to be really, really easy. So basically, first of all, I have down Coda Nail Teaks Formula 2. Of course, I always use that. I also have down a good coat of the Super Strength Nail Builder. It's supposed to help prevent chipping, and I actually broke a few of my nails on vacation. We don't have to talk about it. I did use Und Peel Off Base Coat. It's just a little bit easier to, I would suggest that you use a peel off until you get used to the system. After that, then you probably don't want to use the peel off. And then on top of their top coat, I did add a coat of my personally mixed Northern Lights. I had purchased some cosmetic grade glitter a while back from Inez Cosmetics. I don't think they're around anymore, but I purchased this gorgeous iridescent glitter, and it's like Northern Lights, but it's just a little bit probably more dense. Sorry, that's my husband coming home and Jack having his little fit like he hasn't seen him in 2 months. He's only been gone like 30 minutes. Anyway, so this is my own mixture of Northern Lights, but there was some in the bottle. So that's what I have on my fingers now. I have 2 coats of the purple that comes with the system. And this one I did not encase anything. I'm going to show you how to do that. Like, this is a... oh, help me. A She Modern decal. This is a water decal from She Modern. And, yeah, I'm going to show you what I did was, this is pink. This is the other color that came in the system. Pink, pink. And I put a decal on and then encased it in some clear. I think this is because it was wet and I didn't completely dry it before I put the top or the base coat on to pick up the clear coat. I'll explain that. Anyway, so I was playing, and that's how I figured out that you can use the clear, or it looks like this, and these little cups come in your system. A lot of people are just dipping into the bottle. I'm going to show you how these cups will help you get a more smoother surface. So this was one of them I did with just some, I had ordered these leaves a while ago. I'm not sure why I did, but I did. They're really cute. This is on a pink background. And these are the leaves I pulled them out of. I'm not sure where I ordered them from, so don't ask me, please. But anyway, so these are the leaves, and this is on the pink background, and it does have my homemade Northern Lights on it. This one was a water decal. All I did was cut it to fit the nail, and it's purple, so it's the same purple I'm wearing. Oh wait, on this hand. And this is a full nail water decal, but there is some places where you can see color poking through, and I really like that. So I guess what I'm trying to do, and I did encase this with clear over the top, what I'm trying to do is say that you could wear this as a plain mani, nothing on it, just, whatever color you pick, and then maybe a day or 3 days or how often you like to change your nails, you can add to them by you know, adding some, these are just a little bit larger sequins. And this is on the baby blue. I'll show you these colors in just a second. But I encased this with the clear. It's not a thick nail, even though you know, it's not like a thick nail of acrylic. This reminds me of an acrylic system, except you're not using a monomer on a brush. You're using a base coat onto the nail and then the powder. So I think the concept's the same. It's just a different application. So this was a clear one. I buffed it, and I think I buffed too much. You can see right here. But I used 2 of the flowers that I ordered. These flowers when I ordered the leaves. They're pretty cute. So I encased it. I put the top coat on. Before I put the top coat on, I encased it, and then I used the activator. And then once the activator was dry, I just took a buff and filed it down so it wasn't so thick. This one turned out a little bit thicker than I would like to wear, but this one, it's pretty cool. I like that. And then the last one I did, this was a purple one. This is on the purple base. And I used those linear holographic, they come in these cute little bottles. I love these bottles. But anyway, these right here, and check that out. I think it is gorgeous. It actually, it's encased, so they're not going to go anywhere. It's not rough at all. You can file it down after you use the activator. You can buff it. If you don't like the thickness, you can file it down. And having the clear base or the clear coat over the top of your nail art, it's not going to, how do I say it? It's not going to affect, it's not going to file that down. You know, I haven't seen anybody else encase anything. I did hear that there's Hot Pink Zebra Polish, I think is her name. I believe she did encase something, glitter maybe, or something, but I'm just going to show you real quick how I do it, and you could probably see if you could check her out. This is the blue, gorgeous blue. This system came with, there's 2 systems, and they have 2 different color sets. This is the pink. It's really pretty. It almost has little sparkles, but I don't know if it has really sparkles. It looks sparkly. The white is right here, and I'm using the tray, and I'll show you why. Or that's actually clear, not white. And then this is the purple. So what I have done, again, I have a base coat of Nail Teaks Formula 2. Then I use the Ultra Hardener from the Dollar Tree, LA Colors, I believe. Yeah, LA Colors. And then I have a coat of Oont Peel Off Base. So this is the dip system. This is the brush saver. And I'll show you what I do with the brush saver coming up here really fast. So first you use the base set, the base gel, it says. Even though this is a gel, you don't have to use a UV light to set it. So I'm going to show you what I did, and then we'll encase one on a different nail. Because I did this one in pink before you guys got here. So I just wanted to save a little bit of time, and obviously I'm rambling again, and it's going to be like a 15-20 minute video. Just hang out as long as you want, or fast forward, or whatever. Can you see? Okay, so I'm just going to do this. I'm going to say be very, very mindful as to where you get this base coat. It's like a gel polish, so if you get it on your skin, it's going to be very hard to get off. Now, in a previous dip system, I said stick your finger in. In this one, I'm going to say turn your finger over. This is why the tray works really well. And roll your finger back and forth. Try not to touch the bottom. Okay? And you really don't have to stay in there more than like 3 seconds. It's going to stick to it or it isn't. So I'm just using a fan brush to brush off the extra. And I'm going to try that again. And now, this is why it is important to use this tray. I noticed that if you push your nail into either the jar or even if you're using the tray, you're going to get kind of a ridge on the edge of the tip of your nail. So you'll have to file it down. And this way, I'm just trying to show you that if you do it this way, there's less buffing and filing that you might need to do. So again, I'm just gonna, and less sticks to your finger if you use this little tray. So I'll show you what I mean here really fast. Down here on the base of the cuticle section of my nail, I'm gonna show you really fast, sorry. I went too far. So before this gets too hard, I'm just gonna clean up some of it so that I don't have to deal with it after it hardens. And it'll come off. You just kind of have to break it so it's not going to stay there. And then once it dries, I'll come back and get it off. I will show you. All right, so this I did on purpose so that I could show you what not to do. Once it hardens, which is almost there, I'm just going to take my buffer and go around and knock some of that off as soon as it gets hard enough. Just gonna, there we go. See? It comes off pretty easy if you get it while it's still a little wet. Don't mess with it too much while it's wet, but at least break it apart from your cuticle area. It drives me nuts for things to touch me down there in this cuticle spot, so I always have a pretty wide moon up there. All right, so that's 2 dips on this finger, and I'm not going to dip anymore on there. This one we'll save for a little bit in a minute, and I'm going to do one more with you, and then we'll encase a water decal. And yeah, these are the She Moderns I got. I'm loving the She Modern. Another, Tina at She Modern has an awesome product, wonderful, and she is like kicking it in this market because they work great. She has a great concept. She has so many different designs. I love She Modern, and I love Modelones. Sorry. All right, so grab the brush. Just gonna, it's kind of a different seating the way I'm sitting. So this is what happened. I will show you. I have very curved nails. So usually when I'm going to dip next time, I'm going to pull my sides back of my skin so that this part actually gets in there. Can you see where it didn't? So what I'm going to do is try and even this out. It's not easy to do because sometimes it makes like a little line. It'll look a little thicker on one spot, but I'm just going to pull my skin back and dip this in there, hoping you guys can see what's going on. All right, so I'll show you what I mean. It looks a little like there's a little bit more, but I will show you how to fix that situation. This side, the same. So I'm going to put the base gel down, and I'm only going to put it down this side. It's hard to just do this and show it to you. And then I'll show you what I have to do to even this all out. All right, so pull the skin back, stick your finger, place it in there. I'm not saying slide it, you're going to just set it in there. If you push it and your base gel is still wet, which obviously it would be because you just painted it, so, all right. So both of the edges in this spot right here, let me just push it away. All right, so I got both sides pretty good. Now I'm just going to go down the center of this, and you can see where it's a little bit thin but thicker on the sides. So I'm going to go down the center. I'm going to try and, my light looks odd today. Okay, so that's what I'm going to do is just go down the center. You don't need thick. If you keep this thin, the base gel, then you will get you won't get such a thick nail from the system, the dip system. Again, just grab your tray and set your finger in it. Don't shove it, don't, slide it in there. Just set your finger in the tray. It's actually easier to use these trays than trying to fit your finger into the jars that they came in. So now you can see that it's pretty even. There's a little line right there, but I can buff that out. And that's 2 dips, 2 layers, 2, however you want to call it. And that's how thick that is. Not very thick at all. And once it hardens, I'm just going to take a buffer. I usually use the white ones, but I ran out. So Amazon, help me out. I'm just going to even this out just a hair. It's really not going to show up. I can guarantee you it's not going to show up. But we'll even it out just a little bit just to be safe. And if you're filing and you get a little crazy and you go a little too thin and you can see through it, it's not going to hurt to do one more dip. Just remember to keep the base gel itself thin. If you put it on really thick, it's going to get clumpy and it's going to look odd. So you want to make it as thin as you can get it and as even as you can get it. And if you have really curved nails like I do, they may not look super curved to you, but my skin is up on the sides of my nail. I don't know which one to call that. So that to me is probably going to work out, but I can see that there's some right here that didn't get the gel on it. So here we go. I'm just going to do one more quick one. Really thin. Remember, thin, thin, thin. Hope I'm not in your way. Can you even see that? Sorry, I was off. Trying to keep it thin. And again, if you use the peel off base coat and you don't like the way it goes, then peel it off. Start over. It's just powder. Don't pull this off your nails. You would soak it like you would gel polish, or if you're comfortable using a sander, a hand drill and everything, then you can get it off that way. But the best way to do it is I buff the surface to get it off, and I take the surface shine off, and then I wrap it with I'm sorry, losing my train of thought. I wrap it with a lint-free wipe soaked in alcohol, and then I put the fingertip clip on it, and like 15 minutes, and then it's going to stick to the, when you take it off, it's going to stick to it. So when you take it off, you're going to peel it, but be really, really careful that you're not tearing your nail surface. It does soak off. It does soak off easy. So there's no need to go crazy and scraping and all that kind of stuff, because you really don't need to do that, and you will damage your nail if you do that. So again, I'm just kind of breaking that up a little bit. This one is now really uneven, so I'm going to grab a stronger file. Sorry, I'm going to even this out just a hair. Okay, that'll probably be fine. A good thing to do is to grab some alcohol. You can, if you buff and you want to put another base coat on and dip it again, that's your choice. But remember, every time you dip it, it's going to get thicker. So I'm just going to clean this off with some alcohol. It's now pretty even. And then I would put on the activator. I'm going to do that on these 2 nails. The pink one is already activated. And I would say to make sure that out of frame. Well, Make sure you cap your tips when you activate this. See how curved my pinky nail is? It's crazy. All right, so that one, and activate this middle finger, cap the ends. This activator does not change. You can put it on there. It's a pretty good even, and it dries pretty even, pretty fast. All right, so the best way to use these She Modern decals, and a lot of people are putting them in cups of water. The best way that I can tell you to do is to dip your finger in some water and just set it down on the mat. When you're using the water decals from She Modern, the best thing to do is to trim it around the edge as much as you can before you put it in the water. So I just set it in that little drop of water while it's going, and I'm going to make sure this time that this nail is clean and dry before I put the decal on. I think that's why that, on that white spot right there, I think the decal was wet, and when I put the step one in, the base gel. So we're going to base gel it and then cover it up, encase it with the clear. So now that it's sitting here, it's ready to go. You can just pick it up and slide it right off. It's better than trying to chase it in a glass of water or, a lid or something. It doesn't curl up if you keep it on your mat. All you have to really do is keep it wet until you're ready to use it. She Modern has, these are so much fun. I love these decals, and I'm going to do a few more videos, actually a lot. I have a lot coming up. More videos on She Modern and the things that you can do. Different ideas I have of using the She Modern decals. Now what I'm going to do is take a dry lint-free wipe and just get the water off and make sure it's not moving anymore. Now I'm going to take base coat, step one. It's right here on the bottle, step one. And this does not ruin these foil decals. It doesn't hurt the foil. It doesn't do anything to it. It's pretty awesome. Now, again, I'm going to dip straight in. I'm just going to set my nail in that powder and try not to touch the bottom because it will make a mark. And you only have to be in there for like 3 seconds, I think is probably enough. And again, just brush it off. And if you want to go again, you can. I'm wondering if that was wet. That's very odd. So I'm just going to go one more and try and even this out. We're all learning together, right? I hope. When it's high like that, I'm just going to leave it. I'm not going to put a gel base on it. And I'm going to go back into the powder. And let's see. It's going to brush it off. It's perfect. It's so cute. But now it's encased. So the decal, you don't have to worry about putting a water base over it or anything, a water-based top coat. This is going to be just fine. And if you find that the nail is too thick for you, this would be the time that you could file it down. So after I finish using, right now I'm just going to show you I have 2 nails left. But what I would do is take the brush from step 1 and I'm going to change it with this brush saver. There's a brush in here. It cleans the brushes. So when I'm done with all of them, I'm just going to take this brush out and I'll wipe it with a lint-free wipe, and I'm going to switch it with the bottle that says number 1. That's the one that you would get powder in, and that's the one that would gunk up your brush. So switch it into the brush saver. And if something were to happen in the kit, it does come with I'll show you. This is going to be a forever long video. It comes with these 2 extra brushes in case you gunk things up. There's really, really good instructions in here in the box, so don't panic, or, you know, I'm here, ask me questions. This system, this Modelones system is actually one of the best ones I've used. I love the fact that you can encase with the clear, or you could just wear the clear if you wanted to. So one day you could, you know, have them one color, and then the next day you could, you know, add a decal, or you can even stamp over these. And if you just really wanted to change the color, you could just change the color. So I just put the activator over the top of this, and now the nail is pretty hard. It's, you know, it's pretty set. So top coat, and then I'm going to let you guys go because this is like already 25 minutes. I couldn't get the lid open, and this is Guyleen 325's little trick, is to put the rubber band on there because I'm weak. And this is their top coat, so I would top coat with their top coat, and then as soon as it's dry, I'm going to go over it with my Northern Lights, just to add a little sparkle to the mix. Make sure you cap your tips as you would with any other top coat. And that's pretty much all. This is an easy system to use, to get used to. It's not very expensive. I think it's less than $50 on Amazon. As far as dip systems go, this one is probably one of the best I've had my hands on, and I've worked with a few different ones. I don't always share them with you guys, but the Color Club is a great one, but I love this Modelones. Sorry. This one, starter kit, and I'll try and leave a link to it in the description box. And if you're, you know, lucky enough to have some of the She Modern decals, the water decals, or any other water decal, because this is one that I don't even remember where I bought it, but the whole sheet, you just cut out what you want. So this, you know, the activator, the top coat, none of it hurts these decals. The water decals, anything, it didn't take color away. It didn't, I mean, look at that. It's perfect. This water decal. All right, guys, that was pretty long. Thanks for sticking around. Like, subscribe, hit that bell. I appreciate every single one of you. If you have any questions or want to know anything about this starter kit from Modelones, leave me a question down in the comment section. And if you have any other suggestions or ways that this might go a little easier for someone else, give it to me, and I will try it out and see if it's a system, something that would make the system go a little bit faster. I'm all for, learning and getting things better, making things better or easier for everyone to use. As far as systems go, this is one of them. So thanks for sticking around. Again, I'll leave a link to Amazon for the Modelones, sorry. And yeah, any questions, just leave them down there. So here we go, guys. I mean, it's an awesome system, and I love it. Go have some fun. Thanks for spending your time with me. It was close to a half an hour. Hope you're all still here. Anyway, smile at the grumpies. Have a really good day. Talk to you guys later. Bye.